2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Nets in Brooklyn. And for Brooklyn, this is a game they're supposed to win at home against a team that struggled. They're confident, but they still need to take care of business. And you look at Karis LeVert. Tough luck with injuries. But when he is healthy, Shaq, he can put up points in a hurry.
Reminds me of my main man, Kenny Smith, herky-jerky on that dribble off the drive. Also has the athleticism to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, I agree. I used to do that. But he keeps his head up on the drive, which is really good for his size. Not just a threat to score, but he's unselfish as well.
That'll be a wrap as we take you courtside. Thanks for joining us.
The Knicks never looked better than they did earlier on, getting off the bus and getting ready for action. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Tonight, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets as they play against the New York Knicks. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And here's a look at some numbers for Dinwiddie.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, DA. Thank you. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent. Which brings up a question these days, why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon, around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Marcus Morris is out there with Randall. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Barrett, and it's Ntilikina in at the point. And for Brooklyn, we've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Trent's out there with Jared Allen. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3.
That's pretty impressive athleticism from Ntilikina, who takes the initiative on that play.
First free throw is good. Well, it's been an up and down start to his career, but we do know that Frank Ntilikina can play defense.
Interesting to see how it is he progresses in terms of his offensive game. Feels like the league is tending to lean more, Kevin. If you had a decision between a defensive player and an offensive player, it's going the offensive player's way. So Ntilikina is going to have to step up, show that he's improved his shooting range, and then get consistent minutes on the floor.
And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
He's seeing everything right now. Fantastic job pulling the trigger when he's open.
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Irving. Outside Gibson. Feeds to Morris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Passes to Harris. Dinwiddie outside. Dishes it to Allen. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Atlanta.
And boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
No good from Gibson.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And the shot goes in.
Well, he has good size at his position, and Taurean Prince, even though traffic around him doesn't speed him up. Nice shot there.
On the wing, Morris. The shot comes out, and it's the Nets taking it the other way. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And it really was a difficult game for them in that previous matchup. Fortunately, they were able to just knock down their free throws down the stretch.
And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
That one is off. And the 6'8" forward Taurean Prince showing continued improvement at the offensive end.
In the system that he played in for the Atlanta Hawks, Taurean Prince was known as a good two-way player. With his length and his ability to defend, he's going to be a great complement to scorers like Kyrie Irving and Spencer Dinwiddie.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Well, the big story from the Knicks last season was the surprise trade that sent Porzingis to Dallas. Shook up the entire roster.
Well, never easy to trade a franchise player, but there was some rumblings that maybe Porzingis was not going to stay there long term, and a surprise deal made last year as Porzingis exited New York for Dallas. So the next opportunity for them was draft and free agency, and to try to get as flexible as they possibly could be for the next few years.
Now, here is Morris. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
And Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
And he makes the first. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent, and sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry and how it'll be affected.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Outside Irving. He feeds it to Allen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
He's off on the second.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And here is Irving. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Here's Prince. No good. Great D that time from Gibson. Morris passes to Randall. Here's Barrett. Another shot. Trying to get open is Randall. Allen with the rebound.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Knicks trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Ntilikina looking it over. Randall against Prince. Randall no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Dinwiddie wide open. On the 3 off target. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. The pass to Barrett. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Well, that's awareness there from Randall. He keeps an eye out for his open teammate.
Now here's Irving. Defense is right there. He's looking for Prince and finds him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Ntilikina passes to Gibson. Over to the wing. Here's Randall. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
So creative on offense. Randall getting more and more comfortable handling the ball and understanding where he can get to on specific possessions.
Pass to Irving. Kicks it out to Prince. They get it back. Allen's shot is off. New York trailing. Now here is Morris. And again it's New York.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Oh, that's blocked. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. And the Knicks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 1. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Allen against Randall. Kicks to Barrett. Pass to Morris. That shot, no good. Good D by Irving. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Irving, and Barrett gets it to go.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
Nets trail by 3. Here's Irving. There's the dish to Harris. From deep. It's rebounded by Portis.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Morris looking over the floor. New York with a new 14. Randall with the bucket.
Somebody not alert to block out the wide frame of Julius Randle, who gets in there after the loose ball.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
An expanding offensive game for Julius Randle, as the first few years he was driving in with his head down and not able to finish around taller players on the interior part of defenses. But last year, tremendous finisher, added some three-point shooting, and was much better from the mid-range. He becomes a bit of a matchup nightmare if he's got all three of those things working.
So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Julius Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for Morris. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Barrett. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Frank Ntilikina.
And Kyrie constantly beating his defenders and so good in those tight quarters with the basketball.
Here's Knox. Knocks it loose. Irving with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now just a 1-point New York lead.
Great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands can be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
The shot's good from Ellington.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. Outside Jordan. Harris looking it over. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Portis.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
To the wing right side. Here's Knox. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the three fly. And the Knicks hit again from deep. Now Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 9 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Payton against Irving. Passes it to Robinson. The 17-footer. They get it again. Harris. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Irving against Payton. Rebound, Brooklyn. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game. The pass to Chandler. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
And that one misses. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Over Payton. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Ellington with it. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense there from Irving.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Now here's LeVert. Guarded closer. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And New York the other way now. Now here's Ellington. He's covered by Irving. Outside Portis. Pass to Knox. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Payton. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Payton kicks to Ellington. Portis against Chandler. Count that bucket. And the Knicks lead by 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Outside Irving. Let's go. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Irving's got 13 points. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Knicks lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
We've got Wilson Chandler. Garrett Temple is out there with Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's LeVert in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Temple. He's coming off a 25-point game against Atlanta. Chandler's shot, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Knicks with the lead. Smith dishes to Robinson. Back to Smith. Over Irving. Here's Robinson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season we thought the Knicks' cornerstone player was Kristaps Porzingis. But the player and the team fell out of love with each other, and the Knicks traded him to Dallas. The draft picks and cap space freed them up for a wild summer, led by the drafting of rookie R.J. Barrett in the draft. Now New York has one of the more drastically revamped rosters in the league. Kevin, there's a lot to be excited about going forward in the Big Apple.
Big moves indeed, David. Thank you. The Knicks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Poked away. Here's Temple. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Irving finds Temple. Back to Irving. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
I think Mitchell Robinson is one of those guys. We saw it last year. He might get 4 or 5 blocks a game. So many players tempted to shoot outside shots because Mitchell would play off of them, and then quickly he would get to them and deflect the shot. So incredible quick twitch fibers and quick to the ball to make an impact defensively.
The first one falls. And with Robinson, if he played a full 40 minutes every game, Brent, his block numbers would be outstanding.
Look at you, Kevin, digging into the per 36 minutes statistics.
Yeah.
I like it. He's a great rim protector. He has great activity down there. And if he can stay with the game plan, I think Coach Fizdale is going to find ways to give him more minutes in this season.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
A 9th pick in the 2017 NBA draft, Smith Jr. made the NBA's all-rookie team after a very solid first year in Dallas, averaging 15 points and 5 assists, and he sure is not looking to stop there.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That'll be his second foul of the game. Out to Morris. Pass to Barrett. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Randall. A rebound by the Nets.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Temple finds Dinwiddie. Allen trying to break free. Here's LeVert. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Nets lead by 4.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Passes it to Gibson. To the inside. And Barrett the bucket on the assist from Gibson. 6 points for R.J. Barrett.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
There's the pass to Prince. The shot, no good. Randall with some nice D. For New York, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Now, here's Barrett. Not a lot of room. The shot's good. Barrett's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Back to Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Right wing. Here's Barrett. Rebounded by Temple.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Dinwiddie finds Temple. Back to Dinwiddie. That shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
New York, no good that time either.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Smith. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket.
Well, Kevin, Can Dennis Smith Jr. not rely on just trying to be explosive all the time? Can he play with some poise and patience and get the in-between game going to help this offense do what it needs to do to function efficiently? That is the task at hand for Dennis Smith Jr. as he plays for the New York Knicks this season.
No good on the free throw.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And he sinks the second. Here now is Dinwiddie. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team's style.
Allen, Prince trying to free himself up. Allen's shot is off. And Brent, you and I were just talking about this with Smith. He's learning to pass out of or turn to a floater more often on his drives.
Yeah, that's because he used to be able to, because of his athleticism and playing against lesser talent, burst by guys and have no obstruction. Well, in the NBA, it doesn't quite work that way. You've got to find ways to, once you get into the gaps, have decisions at the ready, whether that's to score or make plays for your teammates. That's where Dennis Smith Jr. has to improve.
Here's Harris following the basket by Julius Randle. Prince outside. It's rebounded by New York. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Categorically, you look at that box score from that last game, and they outplayed their opponent in so many areas. I thought it was going to at least come down to a buzzer beater, but it did not.
Here's Dinwiddie, following the basket by Julius Randle. Back to Allen. Nets passing it around. Harris with it. Guarded now by Morris. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randle. Ntilikina, he's checked in for New York. Elfrid Payton comes in for Dennis Smith. Shot clock at 5. And here's Harris from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Harris has got 8 points. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to Ntilikina. Knocked loose, stolen by Allen, and here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Elfrid Payton.
2 shots, foul, elbow, 2.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, three great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move, off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Here's Ntilikina, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
You know, Green, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as seriously as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly, I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Both shots good from the stripe.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Temple. No points in the game yet for him. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. The Knicks pull it in. Barrett dishes to Payton. Inside. From 11 feet away. The rebound by Prince. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Temple kicks to Dinwiddie. Allen up top. Shot clock at 6. Prince wide open. No good on the triple.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Now, here's Barrett, guarded by Prince. Randall passes to Barrett. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Prince. Got a piece of it.
Such a good defender, Taurean Prince. Physical, good lateral movement, and has the tools there to snuff out a shot.
Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Taurean Prince. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Garrett Temple. And then for New York, Robinson comes in for Randall. And it's Knox in for Barrett. Now, here is Irving. He's got 17. Harris outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. Takes the three. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Morris. Payton left side. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
It was soft touch from Elfrid Payton. A little tricky there with the floater.
Irving passes to Harris. To the left side wing. Dinwiddie left side. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
The Nets have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Dinwiddie. And New York with a change here, too. Portis, he's checked in for Morris. Free throw, good. Allen. Knicks trail by 6. Payton surveying the floor. Here's Knox. Sinks the 15-footer. Knox has got his third bucket of the night.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now here's Irving. 17 points in the game. Robinson pulls it in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Out to the wing. Ntilikina passes to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ntilikina. Goes back up. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Robinson.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Here's Irving. Allen. They get it back. Goes up again. Jordan trying to free himself up. Allen's shot is off. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, some good things happening right now with Elfrid Payton being aggressive to find his way towards the rim. I like it when he attacks like this.
The Knicks have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the first one drops.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. That one drops. He ties it up. And the Nets with possession here. Now, here is Irving. 17 points in the game. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
And some of the plays on an NBA court have a lot to do with timing. And right there, Elfrid Payton, impeccable with it.
Tie game in Brooklyn. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And New York, looking at who they've got. Julius Randle is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Barrett. And it's Ntilikina in at the point guard position. Now Harris. Irving dishes to Allen. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Allen's got 8.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Morris outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. A 2-point game. Harris kicks to Dinwiddie. And the pass to Irving. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Allen. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Barrett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Morris. Yes, that goes in. He's got 8.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Dinwiddie with it. He's got 7. Irving for 3. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Ntilikina. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
Here's Irving. The shot from the low post is good. Irving's got 24.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. In third, the Knicks.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
Here's Ntilikina, covered by Irving. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Ntilikina. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Ntilikina passes to Morris. Outside Gibson. To the paint, here's Barrett. That shot off the mark. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Nets leading by 6. quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And here is Harris. He's got 8, just 5 on the clock. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Karis LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. Six to shoot. He kicks it to Prince. Great D that time from Gibson. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Barrett, and hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track. Barrett's got 10.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Pass to LeVert, 11 feet away. Here's Allen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That free throw, no good. And Brooklyn making a change here. Temple's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. And the second free throw, good. Here's Smith. Outside Gibson. In the corner, it's Morris. For the 3, kept alive.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's Dinwiddie. He's got 10. And again, it's the Nets missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Smith. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. 3-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here is Smith. To the middle. Here's Randle. A second chance effort, and it's laid in by Gibson.
Gibson using his body on the boards. He's great at using his timing to leap up and collect a second chance.
Dinwiddie against Smith. Pass to LeVert. Lets it go from deep. The Knicks pull it in. Randle's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. He dishes it to Smith. Passes it to Barrett for the tie. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Recognizing spacing on the floor there, Dennis Smith Jr. with a nice job of delivering.
Dinwiddie, the bounce pass. Allen finds Prince. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
The Nets have really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far. And he can't get the first one.
It always has this feeling that Taurean Prince is DeMauri Carroll 2.0 for this club. Good size, big frame, capable defender, but each year taking some strides on the offensive end to become more and more dangerous.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Chandler comes in for Karis LeVert. He hits the second from the line.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
The pass to Barrett. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his third assist on the night.
And this is Barrett at his best. Looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Now here's Jordan. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Back to Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. It's rebounded by Portis.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Pass to Smith. Back to Knox. Over Prince. Knox misses. The Nets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Dinwiddie passes to Temple. Back to Dinwiddie. Takes the 13-footer. That one rolling around and rims out. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Barrett and Jordan sends it back. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. So for the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Morris. Ellington comes in for Barrett. And it's Payton in for Smith. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely. Knocked away. Clock at 6. And Jordan sends it back. Here's Temple. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Well, when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
Payton passes to Knox. Outside Robinson. Chandler against Portis. Back to Robinson. Here's Payton. Misses the 3. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Temple dishes to Prince. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Well, if the defense is going to give that up, Taurean Prince is going to take full advantage of it.
Payton the bounce pass. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Payton against Dinwiddie. Payton's shot is off. Nets leading by 3. Here's Temple. And it's off from 3-point range. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And stolen by Jordan. And it's Prince penetrating. Offensive rebound and another shot. Chandler with the bucket, getting it done inside. Chandler's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Right now, Chandler's activity is paying off. You got to put a body on it.
Pass to Knox. Payton against Dinwiddie. Ellington from outside buries it from 3-point range. Ellington's got 6 points.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's got 10. Floats one up, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. Harris is checked in for Taurean Prince. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Ntilikina's checked in. So he gets them both. There's 1:54 left here in the 3rd quarter. Outside Robinson. Passes to Knox. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Temple. Nets leading by 4. Harris outside. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Harris outside. No good on that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Knox, and that one drops. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, you love to see that Knox just inviting the contact and doesn't mind it one bit. Wants to show he's got the strength.
Out to the right wing. And stolen by Ellington. Here's Portis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Chandler. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. But now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. That one is no good. The last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And he ends up missing both free throws. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Chandler. From 13, he gets that one. Ntilikina's got 8 points.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
And a deep three from Irving. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's the Nets. They lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Wilson Chandler. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Portis. Here's Robinson. And Jordan sends it back. Now Chandler. Dinwiddie up top. Back to Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Chandler with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Robinson with the block. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now the pass to Ntilikina. 5 to shoot. Here's Knox, covered by Irving, to take the lead. Off the left rim and out. The Nets with the lead. Here's Dinwiddie, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. New York called for the foul. And he knocks down the first one. And the Nets making a change here. Allen's checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Julius Randle comes in for Mitchell Robinson. And Barrett subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Knicks trail by 3. Ntilikina kicks to Portis. Randle left side. Over Allen. Randle with the bucket.
Well, fleshing out his offensive attack here. Randle comfortable from that range to knock one down.
Irving passes to Allen. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. It's stolen by Randle. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Irving, to take the lead. That gives them the lead. 14 points for Julius Randle.
Yeah, Randle does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Allen dishes to Irving. And the shot goes in. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Knox. Here's Ntilikina. Outside Portis. 5 on the clock. Pass to Ntilikina from deep three-point range. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Prince is checked in for Wilson Chandler. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Marcus Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 1. Irving kicks to Prince. Over Morris. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Barrett the pass to Randall. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Down low, here's Prince, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
How about Taurean Prince getting up there and slamming it down?
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Irving. Pass to Barrett. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Barrett's got 19 points. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Irving. Rebounded by the Nets. Prince outside. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. That's good from Allen on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 3. Ntilikina passes to Randall. Here's Ntilikina. Barrett kicks to Morris. He can't get that one. The Nets go the other way with it. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. And it's Irving missing.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And the basket is good. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Outside Gibson. Here's Randall. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. Allen dishes to Irving. Harris inside the line. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Randall. And just miss after miss right now. Nets have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Picked his pocket. Here's Ntilikina. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Saturday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Houston Rockets. And then on Monday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
He's off on the first.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
Good on the second free throw.
Ntilikina, well-traveled, born in Belgium, growing up in France, and joined the NBA as the second youngest player in the league's history as a rookie.
Offensive rebound. Allen finds Prince. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Ntilikina. Dinwiddie covering. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jared Allen.
If you get aggressive like that, the defense has to react, and Ntilikina, the beneficiary of it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Irving with the ball. Allen outside. Back to Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. Here's Gibson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Taj Gibson is tough, proven veteran who plays well on both ends of the court.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Gibson. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Brooklyn leading by 5. To the paint. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. It's deflected. Here's Ntilikina. Dinwiddie covering. Randall no good.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Ntilikina passes to Gibson. Randle with the ball. 11 feet away. No good on the shot.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Pass to Prince. The dish to Dinwiddie. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Allen passes to Prince. Dinwiddie outside. For 3. Here's Allen. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Allen's got 9 points here in the second half. Knicks trail by 8. And there's the pass to Morris. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
What's up?
Free throw good for Morris. Nets leading by 5. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And that's now 33 points for Kyrie Irving.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Pass to Barrett. This one for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Barrett's got 22.
And, you know, that's what the scouts have always loved about Barrett, that alpha mentality and his ability to rise to the occasion. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Ntilikina. Makes it off the glass.
Ntilikina making them rise up out of their seats here.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Kicks it to Harris. He dishes it to Prince. Dinwiddie outside. High, arcing shot, and it's good on the way in. Dinwiddie's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Pass to Ntilikina. It's up a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Prince has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. In the corner, it's Harris. Intercepted. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Barrett. That's tipped. Dinwiddie against Randle. Here now is Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And coming through in a big way, you have to love Barrett there, taking over down the stretch.
Here's Irving. After R.J. Barrett's bucket, Irving finds Prince. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Julius Randle picks one up. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 7. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. .46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Got it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Right on the bucket.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
Oh, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Here's Ntilikina. Offline with his 3.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And so it's New York with it. They're at the pass to Ntilikina. They get the rebound. No good that time. Now here's Dinwiddie. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you guys were down early, but you came back. At what point did you take over the game?
I think we still came out a little flat at the beginning of the game, but, we got ourselves together, gathered ourselves, and we know that, in order to win games and championships, we have to come out and get stops. So that's what we did.
And that turned things around, DeAndre. Thank you. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.